Jump into this final day of competition, and we're going to begin with the men's vault final, which is absolutely going to be stratospheric, as Tim Daggett would say. And we're going to start with the Italian in his first World Championships. This is Tommaso Brugnami.
Do a Yurchenko with a triple twist. Oh, very nicely done. I got a little confused because it said 4.8 on the scoreboard, which is the start score, and that, I believe, is a 5.2 right there.
He's shorting himself.
Yeah.
He can't give up points like that.
So it's difficulty. The harder stuff you do, the higher your difficulty score. This is very clean, though. Watch from the board to the table. Beautiful form. Plenty of time. Great rebound. Love to see this. And three twists. A lot of gymnasts around the world. Many can do a 2.5 twist, but they are few and far between to see that triple full. At the Italian Championships, he was perfect on this vault, just stuck it cold, just a little bit off there, one step back. If it's more than a foot, it's a 3/10 deduction. Less than a foot, 1/10, that was definitely 3/10.
Tommaso won gold on the vault at the Junior World Championships. Only 19 years of age. There is Tim. You said it, 5-2 start. Man, Tim on top of that one.
Trying to confuse me right from the get-go, John. What are these guys doing? Now, he should have the same difficulty value. It's essentially the same vault. However, he will not do the round-off onto the board. He'll do a classic vault. This is a Kasamatsu. Oh, baby! Yikes!
Wow.
That was money.
He is a twister, and how about the bar he just set for the field? First guy up.
That is going to be ginormous right there. Look at this. Kasamatsu style vault, quarter turn onto the table. It's 3 twists around again, and bam! Gymnastics 101, baby. Fly high and stick the landing.
Tim, it's the first gymnast, and you're using all your good material.
Look at that. Just incredible. Just a little bit of leg separation. That's pretty good for that style vault, especially this difficulty level.
That form in the air, really good too, and that's slow-mo.
Really nice to see. Like you said, John, he's a twister. It's just some kids, some young men can just, they have a knack. They are able to like spin like a top, and look at, he is spinning there, baby.
I'm curious to see what the execution score is going to be. Probably a 3/10 break on the pre-flight. But in real motion, I mean, you're not going to see one with better form in the air, and they see a 9.266, which, you know, I'm going to harp the execution scores all day today, but that is too low to me, but still overall great. So that is the number to beat. Next gymnast to go is Daniel Marinov. He is from Russia, but is competing here as an individual neutral athlete at these World Championships per FIG protocol.
Believe he's going to do the same vault we just saw. Triple twist. And another great one, but nowhere near the landing that we just saw from the Italian.
Daniel finished 7th in the all-around here at these World Championships.
But he is busy. He's going to compete on parallel bars and high bar today. Really nicely done.
Very clean in the air, too.
And maybe even a little cleaner, but a little bit of knees maybe, but huge bounding step back, shows a little bit of lack of control. Should not get the same score, I would say.
No, I think I agree with you too. It seemed cleaner. The leg break coming on, maybe a 1/10 if the judges ever have just taken only 1/10, and equally as clean in the air. But yeah, a huge step, and then also the double step, which you hate to see.
Yep. So it looked plenty of time.
Yeah, it looked like he opened earlier actually.
Dropped out of a cloud on that one. So you got to do 2 different vaults in the vault final.
And a 9-1 execution on that 5-2 vault. So slightly lower, which cleaner on the pre-flight, messier on the landing, probably about right.
Yep. And this is the first time we're going to see a different style vault. This is called a Dragalescu, named after Romanian great Marian Dragalescu. It's 3 times around in the air and then scoot a half twist at the end. Oh, wow. He can do that one a little bit better. It's magical when you somehow get back to your feet after you've flipped 3 times around.
Magical is one way to put it, for sure.
But he definitely had a low landing. A lot going on. 3 flips. There's the first one, and pulling like crazy, and you see his chest all the way down on his legs. The judges are looking at a lot of different things. Yes, the amount of steps, not so bad, but that position on the landing, they're going to take him to task on that. Maybe a little bit short on his block. Didn't really get a complete explosion off the table like he's capable of doing, and because of that, doesn't have enough power, enough rotation. See, it just kind of goes right from the preparation into the tucking almost.
Yeah, that's about as close as you can get your forehead to the mat, just inches away here.
And I got to tell you, John, you know, a landing like that when you're going backwards after 3 flips, that doesn't hurt. That kills your ankles.
You know, it's everything from your ankles up your spine. But landed it on his feet. We'll see how that compares with Brugnami, who did 2 very clean vaults to open this. His average score, a 14.466, is the top number.
And Galina Melnikova, right there, the world all-around champion. Another title.
For the 2nd time returning to international competition here. Carlos Yulo now. Sit back and enjoy maybe the greatest vault being done by a male gymnast, maybe in history right here.
And it is right here. Same vault, but with his legs straight.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Never in my life. Never have I seen such greatness before. That is so catastrophically hard. Once again, 3 flips, but his legs are straight, and look at, he's pointing his toes, half turn, chest up pretty good, and oh my gosh. Look at all of that gymnastics, one tiny piece of air, but it was a lofty air, I'll give him that. Look at, he explodes off the table like we didn't see last time, but look at 3 times. He's spotting the ground right now, says, I gotta put my feet right here, and he does, and there is no movement.
I'm speechless. And the fact he pikes with perfect form. We've seen men do pike double front, and they always have a little knee bend or a lot of knee bend.
Yeah, sometimes
he has
a lot.
A little bit right at the end, but other than that, that's insane.
Diver perfect right there. Gymnast perfect.
And so I'm curious. So I would say
that's the best vault I've ever seen in my life, bar none. Absolutely bar none.
For once in my life, I'm not going to argue with you, Tim. That was insane. I think, you know, he had a little knee bend as he finished, which would be a deduction. But I was curious about the execution score. A 9.5 is a big-time execution score, even if it should have been even a couple tenths more than that. Wow.
And he is the only gymnast in this competition that is doing that 5.6 difficulty. Everybody else has just the 5.2. This one is a 5.2 handspring front layout with 2.5 twists. He's just really got to get it to his feet, and I think he's got a gold medal.
Oh
my
Just
God.
get it to your feet.
Unbelievable. I would say
He can't be beat.
pretty much mathematically impossible for anybody to catch him. He was a little disappointed yesterday on floor exercise. He had to settle for bronze, and he was fabulous there. It could have gone either way, in my opinion. But once again, he is so clean relative to the rest of the world. Handspring, and he'll keep his body straight, and that's 2.5 twists, folks. That's a lot. That's a lot of twisting.
He needs to add a twist, in my opinion. and by the way, that vault table is higher than he is. He is not one of tall stature, but man, does he get plenty of height off that table. He is the Olympic champion on this event. He won the Philippines' first ever medal in gymnastics and became the second person, first man to win an Olympic gold medal for the Philippines.
And I misspoke. I said he's the only one doing a 5-6 difficulty vault. I believe we will see one other very different style.
And there is vault 2, 14.533, and that 14.866 is the new number to beat. And you know, and he's about 4/10 ahead of Brugnami, but doesn't it feel like it should be a point or more? I mean, it was.
I mean, Brugnami was great, you know, but this was otherworldly.
Minami Kazuki now from Japan. Tough act to follow.
Yes.
Might be a chase for silver and bronze here the rest of the way.
He had a very disappointing day yesterday in the floor exercise final. Oh, golly, and that was
painful.
Yeah, that was sketchy. Same vault we've seen, this actually named a Lopez after great gymnast. It's that triple twist, Kasamotsu style, but just nowhere near enough rotation. But he's got great form from the board to the table. Best we've seen so far, but I don't know. I can't tell you how many tendons and ligaments would have snapped on my body if I landed like this. And I'm being serious.
I know from experience.
Yes.
Actually, I did a double twist and landed a little short, and my knee didn't like it.
Yeah, you
torn ACL.
Yeah. Golly, that is pain personified right there. Of course, a major deduction, more than a point on the landing alone.
It's always tough in a final, especially a vault final where you do 2 vaults, you fall on the first one, and you know already the field in front of you looks incredible, and you got to kind of muster that fortitude to get up there and do another, you know, high-risk vault most likely. So got to get focused.
Yeah, he does have to get focused because, you know, like I said, this is not a walk in the park. It's flying really high, but also traveling vertically. The landings can be a little scary. You see the 7.933 execution score. And I don't know what he's going to do for his second vault. He's got a 4.8 there, so it'll be a half a twist less, which is a good choice, I would say. He might do a Yurchenko style. He does. And two and a half twists, and that was money.
That's got to feel good.
Yes, it does.
Minami competing in his 3rd World Championships. He is a 2-time world silver medalist on the floor exercise. As Tim mentioned, he made the floor final here at these World Championships. Unfortunately, didn't go well for him there.
Beautifully done. Yurchenko style vault. Great form, board to table, and just zeroes in on that ground and almost a perfect landing. If I'm a judge and I'm looking at this in slow motion now, there's a lot of things they're looking for. Is his chest up? It absolutely is. The one thing they could say, believe it or not, is that he maybe didn't prepare early enough for the landing. Right here, he's twisting all the way right into the ground. So maybe they could say 1/10 of a point for that, but besides, wonderful. Great to see after that really rough first vault.
And so second vault score comes in. It's a good one, but the average of 13.749 will put him in fourth after 4 vaulters. Halfway through this vault final, the first 4 athletes obviously have just competed. Now the second 4 get to do a one-touch, as we call it in the sport, get themselves warmed up for the second half, and then they will compete shortly.
And this is the guy right here who can do that 5-6 vault. We saw Yulo, that's Minji, Huang Minji from China. Yulo did that triple front with a half turn. He does a handspring laid out front with 3 twists.
It's a lot.
Yes.
That's a lot of twisting. Chepurnyi from Ukraine getting ready to go as well.
And what a different team Ukraine had here. They were so great in Paris. Missing a lot of their stars, though. Davtyan from Armenia. We saw great pommel horse work from the Armenians yesterday. Has just about every title you can have. And unfortunately, you see that he got a silver in Paris 2024. He lost to Carlos Yulo, who just is superhuman. But here is this vault I was talking about. Handspring laid out front, and he'll do a half twist more than just about anybody in the world. Very, very difficult. Still warming up now, though.
Artur Davtyan from Armenia. The one thing about him, and Yulo obviously demonstrated this with sticking one of his 2 vaults, but this guy, he can stick vaults as well as anybody I've ever seen.
Yeah,
he's got glue on those feet.
Yes, and they're not easy vaults.
No.
One of them is, we saw that Dragalescu vault, and then the handspring 2.5 twist. We call it a Randy. I don't know why, but that's kind of a USA Gymnastics term, though.
So we're ready to go here in the second half. Another gymnast from Russia competing as a neutral athlete here. Muhammadjan Yakubov will be the next gymnast to go. Qualified in the 8th position into these vault finals. Keep in mind, all scores are wiped away. Everyone starts from 0 again. You don't get to come in with a lead if you qualified as the #1 gymnast.
And I'm pretty sure I know the 2 vaults he's doing. I just don't know the order. I think he's going to do the same vault that we just saw, that handspring laid out front with 2.5 twists. He can also do that triple front. I think he'll do the twisting one first, though. Here we go. And he does, and that's the best I've seen him do it. Really nicely done. Same vault we saw from Carlos Yulo, his second one. 2 flips in a laid out position, 2.5 twists.
Pretty comparable. Thought Carlos had a little more amplitude, maybe a little tighter in the air, but that was pretty clean.
Yeah, not bad at all. I've not seen him do this that well, to be honest. A lot going on, though. Good power. Head is in. You don't want to have your head out or up and off to the side.
You know, just to state the obvious, I think the rest of the way here on the vault final, if these athletes don't stick one, and some of them are going to have to stick both based on just the start value alone, but you got to stick one to have any hope of putting pressure on Carlos Yulo, but most of them may need to stick both. If you see athletes not sticking either one, they are not winning gold here on vault.
Yeah, I think at this point in time, you got to stick both of them, and that can happen from Davtyan. So I believe this one will be that Dragalescu vault that we saw earlier. 3 flips, half twist at the end. Wants to land, remember, with his chest upright. Oh,
well done.
That was pretty good.
So 2 good vaults. He competed at the 2021 World Championships.
I remember seeing Marian Dragalescu do this up close and personal at an American Cup decades ago, and thinking, that guy, he's got something wrong with him. It's too scary to even watch. And I remember, to generate that power, if you were standing up close in a small gymnasium and you heard the sound that they make when they hit the board, it is like I don't even know, an explosion, because you need that to generate the power to flip 3 times. His chest is down, but I don't think he could have done any better than that right there.
No, it's not going to be a gold. Certainly the other medals still up for grabs. Finished 11th at those 2021 World Championships that I mentioned. Obviously going to be much higher here. And right now he is in that bronze medal spot perilously, with obviously some tremendous vaulters yet to go, including this man right here, Huangming Chi from China. And Tim had said very likely could do that 5-6 difficulty score vault.
Yeah, but I don't know if they hadn't changed it yet, but I thought I saw a 5.2. It doesn't matter. You can do a 5.2. You can say you're going to do a 5.2, and if you do a 5.6, they'll give it to you. And he does only the 5.2. He can do that vault with another half twist. I don't know if he had a very low second vault score in the preliminaries, and I don't know, possibly dinged himself up a little bit.
That was a great vault. Unfortunately, but not a good landing.
But the way he lands tells me that his ankles are not in good shape. Both of them, you know, you see them taped up, and he's got that look like, oh man, that hurt a lot.
Yeah, when you land on vault heading this direction with his back towards us, you really, if you want to stick the landing, you have to land short.
Yes.
to counteract that rotation. And any gymnast will tell you, sticking and landing may look perfect, but it doesn't always feel good. And to your point, Tim, it does sting the ankles even if you don't move your feet. So looked like he was being a little bit careful, but a 14.366, still a decent score for that vault. You know, you said he may do that more difficult vault. Maybe he looked at what Carlos Yulo did and said, you know what, let's go for bronze, let's go for silver. Probably not the worst decision.
Yeah, 4.8, so he'll do that same 2.5.
Just a double.
Yeah. Yeah, those are not his typical vaults. And you don't make a world championship vault final at this point in time. That was actually 3.
Yeah. He made it look too easy.
Yeah. This was beautiful. Yeah, you said double, and I was like, triple twist. So once again, though, we see the gymnast put the wrong score up.
Yeah, and you know what? Here's the thing, Tim, and you know this to be true also. He made that look too easy.
Yes, yeah.
And he put up the wrong start value. There's going to be a little more time in this score, because I guarantee there's a judge out there that got this wrong too.
Right. He actually, if he had done just a double twist, it would have been a 14-4. But they got the difficulty right there, and they did a nice job, because that was spectacular for his second vault.
And it's enough to put him in that third position. Man, a little cleaner vault on that first landing, and it wouldn't put him in the top spot, but it certainly would give him a little more of a cushion, maybe have him in second. Now we have Nazar Chepurnyi, the Ukrainian. He is the 2023 World Vault bronze medalist.
And Ukraine was 5th in Paris, but they had a guy named Oleg Vernayev and Ilya Kovtun. Both of them are not here. Kovtun has actually moved to a different country. Vernayev, not quite sure about his future. He's been doing it a long time. Oh, and that's the way.
Easy.
That's the way you want to do it, and he's been able to do this vault for a long time. It's that Dragalescu 3 flips, half turn at the end. The clincher for him, though, look at his body position when he lands. You see that? Chest up, just a small little hop. A little scrappy with the form, but
perfect body position when he landed. Obviously the small hop, but that is technically precise.
3 times around. Already looking at the floor, look at those eyes. And, you know, that was fantastic. I could only fantasize, dream about doing a vault like that. But for him, he's thinking, dang it, I had that. I could have completely stuck it.
Yeah, you see the floor coming that far ahead. You think, all right, this is it. 1/10, looked like a 1/10 hop to me, Tim.
It was a 1/10 hop, John.
Doesn't, I know what your tone of your voice means. That doesn't mean that's what they will take, however.
Right. He's got some form issues, though, on the table, and that's pretty good, though, for that vault.
Yeah, 14.466. And that is what Brugnami from Italy, that was his final score average. So anything above that here from Chepurnyi will put him into the second spot. Not going to catch Carlos Yulo, obviously.
I believe he's going to do the Kasamatsu style vault so it'll be 3 twists. Oh, that was tremendous right there. This style of vault oftentimes gets deducted because of from the board to the table. It's almost an automatic deduction. How are his legs? His were fantastic.
Glued.
But the judges, yeah, that is really, really good. And I hope, and you see how he kicks out his arms like that? I said earlier, one of the gymnasts didn't prepare for the landing. He does everything on this vault. This is really, really good. See him flare his arms out.
And that's a 1/10 hop. I mean, if you want, again, we're in slow-mo, but the judges don't get this opportunity. You could say maybe a 10th in the air.
And let's look at that foot.
I think it's on the line. I think on the line. We'll know if there's a penalty, but look, on the line's in. This is tennis, Tim.
Yeah, that's right.
And he opens, chest is up. I mean, if you're judging correctly, you would throw a 9-8 execution, and they've put up a 9-3. No penalty, but that 14.483 puts him into the second position.
I'm very happy about that. They got that right. Once again, we've seen a lot of good rankings for the gymnasts.
Yeah, Chepurnyi guaranteed a medal because there is only one vaulter yet to go. Artur Davtyan, 2022 World Vault Champion. We talked about him in the one-touch warm-up. Needs to stick, and he absolutely can. Uncanny ability to find his feet on this event.
He'll do the same first vault as Nazar just did. It's that Dragalescu. 15.2 maximum score, 3 times around. Oh!
We told you.
Oh my gosh, that was great. Didn't have fantastic landings in Paris, but this right here, unbelievable. 3 times around, 0 movement. Pretty good form on the table. Judges, give him his due.
Yeah, little form there, knees apart. We call that cowboying your tuck. But you can't take anything else on that.
Yeah, but this was superior, obviously, to Chepurnyi, who just did a great vault. I would say that this should go, I would go 2/10 higher than Chepurnyi got on his same Dragalescu.
Brugnami from Italy perilously holding on to that bronze medal position right now. And it might not last because that 14.8, that is a huge number.
Good job, judges.
Yep, the only vault scoring higher than that was Carlos Yulo on that vault that was done in the pike position.
He'll do a vault we've seen, but he can once again stick it and be cleaner than anybody else. It's that handspring laid out front with 2.5 twists. Carlos Yulo, that was his second vault. Here we go. Oh, baby!
There's your silver medalist.
Oh, my God, yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. I do not think that he has enough difficulty. Yulo comes in with 4/10 extra, as I said, but this, you put together 2 vaults like that, and you got to put him in the league of one of the greatest of all time. Those 2 vaults right there.
And this is going to be a little bit closer than we thought, certainly. Got a 14.8. Carlos's average for his 2 vaults of 14.866. So do the math quickly. He's got to go over a 14.9. He'll get a bonus 10th for
yes,
that.
he will, for sticking that.
A 4-time Olympian, 33 years old, Tim, doing that
this
gymnastics.
Will be closer, yep.
Oh, vault 2 of 14.866, and it, tell you what, 0.033 difference on the scoring average. I didn't think it would even be that close after that man vaulted, but Davtyan really put up a couple of big ones.
They got it right, though.
They did.
They got it right. Yes, the landing was just ridiculous for Davtyan, both of them. But Carlos Yulo on that first vault, the most incredible vault I've ever seen done in my lifetime. I would say nobody's seen a better one anywhere in the world.
And you know, he opened with that big vault and nailed it, stuck it. He had to stick it.
Yes, he
Turns
did.
out, Davtyan goes, sticks both of his vaults.
Happy for Chepurnyi from Ukraine. Did a very nice job.
Yeah, obviously a lot of challenges for them, to put it mildly. He talks about traveling to events, how difficult it is, and losing a couple of days in travel because of the lack of air flights, and he gets the bronze. Carlos Yulo in that gold medal spot. Davtyan, the 4-time Olympian with spectacular vaults, gets silver, and again, Chepurnyi from Ukraine in 3rd.